Hey guys, Swamp Cleaner here, back with another video for you. And yes, I know it's been a while. But I just want to hop right on quick and with a hot take reaction with what the hell did we just see with the Robert Mueller press conference here the past about 2 hours ago now. Um, Main points I want to take away from this, and remember, this is 90% of all of this was spin, and 10% of this was just rehashing of the information we already know, which is that there's no obstruction, no collusion. But anyway, let me break this down by how insane this is now, because you have people like Eric Swalwell now saying Trump is an obstructor who committed crimes. What crimes? Because this is what I want to get to. Mueller said if we had evidence that Trump did not commit a crime, we would have said so. That means he's implying Trump did commit a crime. But your report, Mr. Mueller, shows us that there was no collusion and no obstruction. You're pretty much just rehashing what your report says, and you cannot prove a negative, okay? You cannot prove a negative. So pretty much him as an investigator is pulling a James Comey with the Hillary Clinton stuff, but he's saying, oh, you should pretty much, go Congress, go and get him, because, oh, regulations tie our hands behind our backs. We're not allowed to touch the president because he's the president, DOJ regulations, yada, yada, insinuating that somehow Barr is to blame for this situation. No, he's not. He is not to blame at all. Remember, you conversed with him on many occasions on the release of this report. So now you're going around and stabbing in the back. Very nice. Nice gaslighting there, Bob. Nice gaslighting and pushing this Russia crap back into the mainstream. Because now you have impeachment, impeachment, impeachment. Oh my God. We're not powerless. Our founders gave us checks and balances. We'll stop this president from committing his non-crimes. Because remember, he said, again, I want to stress this, he didn't say if we found evidence that he did commit a crime, we would have said so. He said if we found evidence that he did not commit a crime, we would have said so. So he's saying that, you could make this a presumption of guilt, so there isn't any beyond a reasonable doubt, but it's in the wiggle room gray area. Oh my God! Go ahead, Congress. That's your ham sandwich moment. Go after him, impeach him, do whatever you want. It's hilarious. It will come to nothing. Mueller is doing this to gaslight us and to quickly say, oh, I'm going to become a private citizen now, dust his hands of everything and walk away. No. That's silly. Very, very silly. So, again, he said if we had evidence that he did not commit a crime. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be proving negatives. You're supposed to find out whether or not he committed a crime by investigating, and if you don't find anything, that means he's innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. That's a concept that you should understand being a prosecutor at such a high level, Bob. But I guess, that piece of common sense, is lost on a lot of people in this bipartisan, not bipartisan, exactly partisan split so far on both sides. Partisan smears from one side and partisan defense from the other. It's just gotten crazy. There's nobody who wants to be willing to meet in the middle and discuss the actual facts. That if you couldn't bring enough evidence to bring indictments or whatever, or charges, the person's innocent. You cannot just say, well, I don't think they're innocent because, all these things that we couldn't get them on, but you go at it. Go have some fun. What was this? What was this press conference? This was the Peanuts teacher going womp 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 for 10 minutes. And he said, and he's not going to go and testify because he says the report is my testimony. So there's nothing else more to add. There's nothing else more to add. So all he did was rehash them flip-flopping on their opinion. And these are not legal opinions. These are personal opinions dressed up to become legal opinions about Trump obstruction. Well, he didn't like the investigation, so he's making he was doing his own things to cover his own butt, which he's allowed to do legally, but that could be insinuated as obstruction, but it's not, because legally he's allowed to do the things that he was doing as the president. Somebody is definitely going back and checking all the actions Donald Trump took when it comes to the Mueller report to see if they were within his legal means. If they were within his legal means, that means you cannot insinuate that that was an obstruction of justice. So hence, that's why they couldn't say there was obstruction of justice, because there wasn't obstruction of justice. Yes, I know I'm rambling. But he says, 1, his testimony is the report, so there's nothing more to add. 2, if his weasel words were, if we found evidence that he did not, big word, not commit a crime, we would have said so. Insinuating that somehow he did commit crimes, but none of those crimes are in the report. They're not there. So what are you saying, Bob? Please, I'd really like to know. Or should I just go with what my gut is telling me, is that this is just you gaslighting, fanning the flames, and trying to just bring this entire situation back to the forefront again? But why? That leaves me with that burning question. Why? But I guess we'll find out very soon, because Trump is going to be retaliating, I should say. Not the correct word to use, but he will be firing back with FISA declassifications, and we should be seeing those very soon, hopefully, which should completely crumble this house of cards. And yes, I have a kitty. Yes, hi kitty. Alright, I've got a kitty starting to bother me, so you know what? At the end of it all, this was a nothing burger of a press conference, and Robert Mueller should just hang his head in shame for continuing this farce. Alright, that's my 2 cents of this. This is Swamp Cleaner. I should have an election prediction video up in the next few days. I'm going to just take a quick look at the candidates and the current atmosphere and see what's going on. But anyway, this is Swamp Cleaner. Check me out. I got my Twitter here, but I also have a Gab, a Minds. I'm on BitChute, and so I will catch you guys somewhere else. See you later.